And I have to say, yeah, I was to some extent wrong about KL. Okay, so it's gonna be another moving day right now. So stayed in the building behind us, and overall probably all the last videos. Modern Kuala Lumpur, you know, skyline, big buildings, big city vibes. But today, just walking down the road, we already had a bit of a first impression, kind of like Chinatown. That's where we're gonna be moving right now, and I'm quite excited to see a bit of a different side. So yeah, got a hotel right on one of the main streets, like 5-minute walk. So gonna take all the goodness here and let's go. Different side of KL, I'm excited. Come. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur. In this video series, I'll take you along over the next few weeks in the big city, what type of life you could be living there, the first impressions, cost of living, and so much more. Okay guys, check it out. So this is kind of like a little bit what we're leaving behind. The TV tower, we got the Petronas Tower speaking up, like a beautiful church here at the corner of our building. And there, it looks already quite a bit different. We walked only through that road before, so I kind of roughly know what to expect, but today we're gonna explore it properly. So guys, on our way, we're seeing this really cool fancy cafes. Definitely gonna come back. So literally the city changes within a minute. When you cross by the bridge, I smell a lot of Indian food. That'll be nice today. Yeah? Is that what it is? Today's video is brought to you by Level 8. Guys, so for the longest time I have been on the road always with the carry-on, but since I have the Gibraltar aluminum carry-on by Level 8, I have to tell you, it's absolutely a new level. So it's fully aluminum. The build is amazing, I have to tell you. And considering other like luxury, high quality suitcase brands, they're also fairly affordable. But with my code Danny15, you can get 15% off any of their suitcases. Recently, I have upgraded to also have a checked luggage, so I have more storage than I've ever had before. And as of right now, you have the chance also to get one completely for free. So if you would want to win one of them, you will find all the information in the description as well as in the comment section. So first of all, go to my Instagram page. I'll be putting up a post. It will be up for at least a week, so everything will be described there. But if you missed the giveaway, you can either snag yourself one of them right away with 15% off, Danny15, or on top of that, you can check out the Instagram page of Level 8, because very often they have special discounts, promotions. They also sometimes do giveaways on their own page themselves. So now this one I had already for over half a year, and I guess that speaks for the quality. So on that note, thank you Level 8, sponsoring today's video. Out here a little bit on the roof, so that is quite a pleasant surprise. So on top of the roof there's a bit of a sitting area, but also a nice view that's kind of like the palace. We're gonna definitely check that out right now, but also very hungry, so I'd say let's take care of that first. And yeah, what can I say, such a different vibe of Kuala Lumpur. I mean, here, this one you can never miss, second tallest building in the world. We're gonna talk a bit more about that later, but yeah, nice pleasant surprise, right?
Didn't thought about this.
Can have like a little coffee here, not bad. Not that we're gonna be doing that, we just literally just dropped off our luggage, but you know. I'm just saying, you've been talking like Malaysia's kind of quiet.
Yeah.
KL so far.
Yeah.
I think this area, you know.
This is probably the busiest area so far. And it's kind of like the Indian food street.
Yeah, if you walk through the business district, obviously it's much calmer, but yeah. Just for the one night, it's kind of like weekend, our place wasn't available, so we have a bit of a backup option. The hotel is actually quite decent. We're right in front of McDonald's, so perfect. My favorite restaurant. No, the
American restaurant.
Yeah, exactly. Authentic American cuisine right here. But yeah, just to give you an impression, we see a lot of Indian restaurants, and I think that's what we're also going to be doing right now. But also, it's kind of nice. Look at the KFC. So it's part of an old building. And my guess, I'm pretty sure that it's actually authentic, because the neighborhood is definitely quite old. So we're going to be walking through Chinatown, I think. This place is called, I think, Little India. So there's a bit of a plant tree smell, you know?
Yeah, I smell that.
Like a very specific type of plant.
Oh, okay, now I get what you mean.
Okay, so walked into some type of cafe street. I think this one's fairly famous. I had a friend staying, he said he was staying next to the local coffee, and yeah, looks really cool. This is kind of like we earlier walked by here, so every building is a little bit repainted, or at least it looks like so. Once again, we have the Merdeka Tower in the background. Local coffee. Looks pretty nice, but I feel like this one's speaking to me a little bit more. So yeah, I like it when they kind of like restore old buildings a little bit, keep it nice and real. Just stroll in a little bit. Oh, it's actually busy. Nice. So we're looking here. Wow, cake. Definitely not on the, let's say, street food pricing side. Like a little bit, what is it, like €5? Is that for one piece or for the whole thing? That is the question. Hello. Oh, looks pretty good though. So this is actually quite interesting, that outside is all quiet and inside is super busy actually. So let's see. I think we can actually even have a bit of a walk through this cafe. I just left Bianca outside, we're gonna have to pick her up. But yeah, wow, this is even have like a little bit of an upper floor. Nice, love it. And yeah, one roti canai.
Yes.
And one dosa egg.
Dosa egg.
Yeah.
This only, huh? Dosa just, huh? Dosa, yeah?
Yes.
Dosa egg only.
Yes.
Roti canai. Tambe, mutta dosa on board. Dosa on board. Drinks.
Ready to sit down at an Indian, let's say, food court.
You want me to film there?
Yes. This one day to.
What's up?
He wants me to film
Let's
some
go.
other
Let's
stuff.
go. Let's go. Bianca is being sent on a vlog mission by Mr. Chennai. Is going on here. Is it for me? Dosa?
Yeah.
Perfect. Wow, we got a master at work. How many years of experience? At least 10, I would say, right?
20 years.
20 years. Proper. Okay, guys. And so we got like a little, oh, so warm. Nice. So always got a little bit of a dip sauce here. Seriously, so hungry. Oh, so good.
Yeah, egg dosa never goes wrong.
Like, I think I had only dosa in India like 3 years ago, and then in Park Hyatt in Dubai.
Yeah.
And now here.
Yeah.
Oh, every day. Thank you so much. It was very good. Bye bye.
How much was that?
Like 18 ringgit, like €4, a little bit less. €4, yep. And so came out of that nice Indian restaurant, and that is the amazing thing. This is kind of like what surprised me a little bit the first time I was in Kuala Lumpur. There's so many different areas. They feel so different. Like this, they call it Little India, but I would say it's like a proper like Indian quarter. Like it feels really real, but at the same time like nice, especially considering the fact of the cost. Like we had this whole meal with even the chicken, everything I picked up, I think for a little bit, yeah, like $4 pretty much. So definitely can easily get around on a budget here if you want to. But right now we're walking into quite an interesting area. I just looked up, there's some type of Independence Square, and the building we're approaching used to be a government building during the British colonial times here. Yeah, it does. So here, super interesting. Got a nice mix of new and old, and I have to say, perfectly preserved. Like, look at this building. Somebody's having a bit of a wedding shooting down there, and just so epic with the flag waving in the back there with this nice weather, the trees. Okay guys, and so once again I realized this building looks like in this neighborhood no matter where you go. So you got the history over there, and then you get the future right there. I think there's gonna be a common theme for this video, the Merdeka. So right inside of here, it's crazy how well they maintain it, right?
Yeah.
It's perfect, like seriously. Like you still see that the building is real. It's not like they have, you'll find around here. And I have to say, yeah, I was to some extent wrong about KL to the fact that I thought like, hey, it's a new city, modern buildings, most of the stuff is built recently. And even though I knew the country has some colonial history, the way they preserved it, and especially like on the one side you have the preserved buildings, these quarters, which sometimes can be a little bit over touristy, but It's kind of like a nice walk.
It's very nice
Yeah,
walk.
I mean they're going crazy with the Instagram content in there. So that's that as a disclaimer. Definitely a shooting spot location over there. But at the same time, you have these like, we haven't seen Chinatown yet properly, but the little India and everything else. So yeah, a lot of like very different vibes in the city. Not just modern around the Petronas Towers, around Bukit Bintang, what I showed you in the last videos. So we're coming through, I think this place is called like Merdeka Square, like Freedom Square basically, Independence. Let's check. So what do you say now?
So pretty. Proper castle.
Yeah, now you get an impression of it.
Yeah.
Wow guys, so came around the corner, seeing it from this side. Hey guys, and with the sun setting, we are dipping into Chinatown. Actually, on one night, we stayed close by in the area, as I mentioned. We came to the 7-Eleven here, and I have to say, during the evenings, this area looks quite a bit different, like completely, like super quiet. But I have to say, with all the old buildings, it's kind of like a nice walk, and you see it by the people. I mean, it's a Saturday, it's nice and busy. Just check it out. So basically, this is kind of like a little bit the Chinatown evening walk. These buildings there, and there's some type of jam pumping in the back. I think it's a market going on there.
Market, probably.
Yeah, nice. Oh, look at that. So we got some red buildings, and once again, seriously, I told you, this building is just not stopping to meet you around every corner. Alrighty, let's go. It says no entry on this side. Let's go check out what's going on here. So we have made it finally to Chinatown. Just a view of it. This is I think the famous market. I've been here before quite a few years ago, and this thing wasn't there last time. So let's cross over real quick. So I think it's kind of just like a market, backpacks, you know, let's say imitation goods, if you want to call them. Original, brother. Same factory. So Jalan Petaling. Again. So busy market. Saturday business is in full action. So walking into the Chinatown market, I mean, what can you say? Nice busy market. I accidentally ran into it actually a few days ago in the evening. I'm telling you, late in the evening on a weekday, not the best place, like, you know, just a few stalls, but I think they have food here all week long, so it's actually quite pleasant.
Yeah, very nice. Everything is very organized.
Oh, look at that. Here we got the little bit the food section going. So they're cooking up some, I think, I'm not sure what that is, but I see it quite often actually. I think he's gonna put in some like nuts in there. Oh yeah, there we go. The chestnuts. Coming out of this Chinatown market, you know, nothing to write home about. A lot of bags, mostly bags, electronics, but kind of like a nice vibe. But this is absolutely insane. So second tallest tower in the world, and you know, you see it from all over the city, and if you see it from a little bit far away, it doesn't seem that big. But if you're standing right in front of it, like my guess would be that in some way the width, especially going up, is probably more wide than the Burj Khalifa. So it's still not completed. The white dots you see, that's still kind of like panels they're gonna install at the very top. They're still building it. Yeah, now you see how huge it actually is, right?
Humongous.
Like, yeah, you don't feel that.
Such a giant.
Yeah. You don't feel that. The sun is setting. What a day. I think it was like, what is it, 3-4 hours stroll through the different part of KL, I would say. Super colorful, so many different impressions. How do you feel?
Well, it's quite interesting to walk around this area because there's so many different cultures and you get to see, you know, just a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I would say what I mean, you definitely can tell it by this video. Just the Merdeka building peeking out of everywhere, especially us then arriving there and walking right next to it. Like, you know, when I got a little bit the bird's eye view, I started to realize how humongous this building is. So Yeah, first week when I was in KL, I wasn't aware that the second tallest tower in the world is right now being finished in Kuala Lumpur, but...
And the third one is also here.
Yeah. And so on that note, I hope you enjoyed today's little impression. A little bit for me also, in addition to how I was seeing Kuala Lumpur so far. Very livable, very modern city. Great value for money you're getting out here, but there'll be definitely more videos. In a few days, actually, we'll be leaving to go also to the islands of Malaysia. If you're watching, if you have been in Malaysia before, if you're maybe from here and you have any recommendations, definitely let me know below. Got the subways passing by in the back. As always, if you're new here by any chance, well, for the past 5 years, I've been documenting my life, I say, around the topic of building a life of freedom around the world. And Kuala Lumpur, I would say, is definitely a city where I see myself coming more and more to, and why you're probably seeing through these videos. So you can also join me on Instagram to see where I am right now. It's also the best way to get in touch with me. And on that note, you too got a world to see. A little secret extra nugget for you guys. You know, for me personally, in most cities there's always like the one ice cream place you should go to, the famous one from 19 something. Me personally, I like to find a local store which has an assortment that no other place has. So here we have the 99 Speed Mart, and I think I found the best ice cream in Malaysia here. Let's see. So gonna walk in all low-key, and here I stumbled across ice cream patong. We're looking at 1 ringgit, which is pretty much 20 cents. Mango, coconut. We got durian going. We're not gonna be diving into that, but I'd say the mango one is insane. Have you tried strawberry yet? Yeah, exactly. Have you tried, where's strawberry?
No.
So basically it looks like it's kind of like a local ice cream. It's not too sweet, just a perfect amount, and it's kind of like creamy, but not too okay, it's not that great, but I kind of like it, and I think those are like the small things that usually as a tourist you never try. But my focus is always kind of like, I like grocery shopping in new places, in new countries, in local shops, and I think it's probably produced in some factory around the corner here. So if they would market it differently, they could probably charge you like $3. Organic ice cream, support the local community. So I would say let's find strawberry.
Sold out.
No, it's fine. What do you want? How is it?
Very durian.
Very durian.